Namaskar, I'm Ankita Raut and today is a very special video. In this video I'm going to share about the very famous Indian festival Navratri. This is a two-part series. First part I'm going to share about Navratri and in second part I will share about Dasera. A reason why these are two parts because these two festivals are connected to each other. Navratri is comprised of two words, Nav and Ratri. Nav means 9, Ratri means night. So Navratri means 9 nights, whereas Dasera means 10 and Hara. 10 is 10 and Hara is defeated. In first video I will talk about the 9 nights. And in the second part, I will talk about the 10th night. So let's begin. Navratri is a Hindu festival that spans 9 nights. During these 9 nights, 9 forms of incarnations of goddess Durga are worshipped. The festival honors and celebrates goddess Durga for defeating the demon Mahishasur in a battle. So, Navratri festival is celebrated to worship Goddess Durga. Goddess Durga has 9 incarnations, 9 variations, and each night is celebrating each version of Durga. People mostly know about the Navratri festival in the September-October month, but Navratri is actually celebrated 4 times a year. First I will talk about Hindu calendar. So the Hindu calendar Panchang is a lunisolar calendar. That means it is calculated based on the moon's phases as well as the solar year. Hindu calendar also has 12 months. The 12 months are Chaitra, Vaishakh, Jyeshtha, Ashadh, Shravan, Bhadra, Ashwin, Kartik, Agrahayana, Paush, Magh, Falgun. People mostly know about the Navratri festival celebrated in September-October month, which is Sharad Navratri. But Navratri is also been celebrated in other months like in Chaitra, Chaitra Navratri, Ashadh, Ashadh Navratri and Magh, Magh Navratri. Sharad Navratri is the most celebrated of the 4 Navratri, named after Sharada, which means autumn. It commences on the first day, Pratipada, of the bright fortnight of the lunar month of Ashwin. The festival is celebrated for 9 nights once every year during this month, which typically falls in the Gregorian months of September and October. So the festival which we are celebrating right now is Sharad Navratri, and Sharad Navratri falls in autumn. Now let's know the story of Goddess Durga and Mahishasur demon. Mahishasur was an Asur demon with the head of a buffalo. He was a staunch worshipper of Lord Brahma. After years of penance by Mahishasur, Brahma was finally pleased and offered him a wish. Mad with power, Mahishasur demanded immortality. His wish was that he should not be killed by a man or animal on the face of earth. Brahma granted him this wish and then told him that he could only be defeated by a woman. Considering no woman could kill him, he started causing upheaval in the 3 realms, earth, heaven and hell. In order to stop him from wreaking havoc, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva combined their powers and created Goddess Durga. A 15-day long battle was fought between Goddess Durga and Mahishasur. During these days, Mahishasur kept changing his shape and form to confuse the goddess. The day he assumed the form of a buffalo, Goddess slew him with her Trishul. So Mahishasur was a demon. He was very power hungry. He wanted to be the most powerful being and he was a staunch believer of God Brahma, and to get wish from him, he prayed, worshipped him a lot. After several years of worshipping, Lord Brahma was impressed by him and granted him a wish. Mahishasur said he wants to be immortal. No man should be able to kill him. So Brahma granted his wish and said, no man would be able to kill him, but you will be killed by a woman. And Mahishasur didn't take him seriously. He thought, how can a woman defeat me? Like, women are weak, they can't defeat me. So he was kind of relaxed. He thought, I'm the most powerful person now. And he decided to abuse his power, and then he caused a lot of problems in earth, heaven and hell. Everyone was frustrated by him, and he was causing a lot of havoc. And since once a god gives him a wish, God cannot take it back. So Lord Brahma couldn't take his wish back, but they had to come with a plan to stop Mahishasur. So Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva, all three the main gods of Hindu religion, combined their powers and created Goddess Durga. And Goddess Durga was sent to fight Mahishasur, and they fought for 15 days. And after 15 days, the Goddess Durga managed to defeat Mahishasura. And this day is been celebrated to congratulate or worship Goddess Durga for helping mankind. Goddess Durga had 9 forms. He had appeared in 9 different versions. And Navratri celebrates each version of Goddess Durga. I will share about some info about those goddesses. Goddess Shailputri. Navratri begins by worshipping Goddess Shailputri. She is a form of Parvati, who is the daughter of Raja Himavan, the king of mountains, and the consort of Lord Shiva. The meaning of Shaila is extraordinary, one who reaches great heights or a mountain high. In this form, the goddess holds a trident, trishul, and a lotus and is mounted upon a bull. The worship of Goddess Shailputri is undertaken to reach a height of consciousness. Goddess Brahmacharini. On the second day, Goddess Brahmacharini, the second avatar of Goddess Durga, is worshipped to attain moksha. This is the form of Parvati in which she went through extreme penance to have Lord Shiva as her consort. This goddess is a fountainhead of knowledge and wisdom, and she adorns herself with Rudraksha. She holds a water pot, kumbha, in one hand and rosary in the other. As Brahma means divine consciousness, coupled with Achara, which means behavior, this day becomes significantly sacred to meditate. Goddess Chandragantha. Third day celebrates Goddess Chandragantha for peace, tranquility and prosperity in life. This is the form of Goddess Durga atop a tiger, symbolizing Shakti or strength. Here her hands form mudras or gestures, one of blessings and the other of preventing misdeeds and harm. Chandra stands for the moon, which represents the mind. The goddess who wears a half moon on her forehead stands for showering supreme bliss through knowledge and emotional balance. Goddess Kushmanda. On the 4th day, Goddess Kushmanda, considered the originator of the universe, her name signifies the creation of cosmic universe from a divine egg. She has 8 arms in this form, one holding a rosary and others sporting weapons, and she mounted on a tiger. She showers worshippers with energy to grow. Goddess Kandamata. The 5th day is dedicated to Goddess Kandamata. She represents the vulnerability of a mother who can fight anyone when the need arises. This day signifies the worshipping of goddess's motherly form, goddess Skandamata. Her name translates to Mother of Skand. He is seen seated in her lap in this form, and her vehicle is a lion. She represents motherly affection. Worshipping the goddess in this form is said to bring wisdom, wealth, power, and prosperity. Along with 3 eyes, she has 4 hands. 2 hold lotuses, and the other 2 are in mudras of defending worshippers and granting boons. Goddess Katyayani. On the 6th day, Goddess Katyayani is worshipped, for she was born to the great sage Kata and symbolizes courage. In this form, she slays the demon Mahishasur. Her name comes from the sage Katyayan, in whose ashram she resided to do penance. She is invoked with prayers to put an end to all her inner turmoil. Her vehicle is a lion, and she has 3 eyes and 4 arms, 2 in gestures of defending and granting, and others holding lotuses. Goddess Kalratri. The 7th day is of Goddess Kalratri, the fiercest form of Goddess Durga. With this worship, devotees get the solace and comfort at night to rest as the goddess destroys the fear of darkness. The dark-skinned goddess has bountiful hair in this form with 4 hands mounted on a donkey. 2 hold a cleaver and a torch respectively, while the other 2 are in giving and defending mudras. Goddess Mahagauri. The 8th day is dedicated to Goddess Mahagauri, who represents intelligence, peace, prosperity, and calm. She also represents nature for the energy that propels life forward. Worshipping her on the 8th day means inviting that energy within the person to propel them forward and to be liberated. Her countenance radiates peace and compassion, and her arms hold a drum and a trident. She rides a bull. Goddess Siddhidari. On the 9th and the final day, Goddess Siddhidari, who is known for having supernatural healing powers, is worshipped. Seated on a lotus, she has the ability to grant 26 different wishes to her devotees. She is worshipped for going beyond the logical mind to explore more. It is said she makes impossible possible. So these are the 9 versions of Goddess Durga. Each version has a different personality, different variations of humans. Like some goddess is angry, some goddess is loving and soft, some version of goddess represent knowledge, some goddess represent strength. Each quality is imbibed in Goddess Durga, and she has 9 versions of it, and each version has a different personality. Sometimes soft, sometimes tough. Gods mostly represent the best of humanity. Each human being has to have all these qualities. They need to be soft when needed, tough when needed. They need to have kindness in their heart, a helping person, a caring person, but should have the strength to defeat demons when needed. This festival, Navratri, is been celebrated differently in different states. So I will share different ways in which Navratri has been celebrated in different states. Different ways of celebrating in different regions. In UP and Bihar, Navratri is celebrated with the Ram Leela, a dramatic reenactment of the life of Lord Rama from the Hindu epic Ramayana, performed in theatres, temples and temporary stages. After 9 nights, effigies of Ram's enemy, demon Ravana, and his brother Kumbhakarna and Meghanada are burned to symbolize the end of all evil. The whole ceremony is followed by extraordinary display of fireworks. In UP and Bihar, Navratri has been celebrated by the reenactment of Ramayana, Ram Leela. I will share the story of Ramayana in Dasera video. And in the each day they share in a one part of Ramayana. This continues for 9 days, and in the 10th day they burn demon Ravana with his brothers. In West Bengal and in most eastern states like Assam, Tripura, Odisha and Jharkhand, Navratri is celebrated as Durga Puja, the main annual festival for Bengali Hindus that commemorates the victory of God Durga over the shape-shifting buffalo demon Mahishasur. During the celebrations, elaborately designed pandals, marquees and life-size statues of goddess Durga are installed here in every neighborhood. Dressed in traditional attires, devotees offer prayers in the evening and perform a Dhunuchi Nach, a special dance with earthen lamps. In West Bengal and other eastern states, Goddess Durga is the main goddess, the goddess which is worshipped the most, and so this festival is a very huge festival in those areas, and they have huge statues of Goddess Durga, and they have a Dhuni Nach in the dance dedicated for this festival for Goddess Durga, and they not only have large public statues of Goddess Durga, but they have statues of Goddess Durga at home as well. They worship Goddess Durga at home for 9 days. In the southern state of Tamil Nadu, Navratri pays homage not only to Durga but also other Hindu goddesses like Lakshmi and Saraswati. Legend says that the 3 goddesses are venerated on 3 separate days, during which friends and family gather to celebrate and exchange gifts such as clothes, sweets and coconuts. Another custom of the Navratri celebration in Tamil Nadu is the display of Kolu, figurines of dolls, which are arranged to narrate popular legends from Hindu scriptures. Ayudh Puja is also conducted in many parts of Tamil Nadu on the Mahanavami 9th night with much fanfare. Agricultural implements, tools, books, musical instruments, machinery and automobiles are decorated and worshipped on this day along with Goddess Saraswati. So in Tamil Nadu, not only Goddess Durga but Goddess Lakshmi and Goddess Saraswati are also being worshipped. Durga or Parvati, these are same god. Durga, Parvati, Lakshmi and Saraswati are 3 main goddesses of Hindu religion. These are consorts of Lord Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Goddess Durga, Parvati is the consort of God Shiva. Goddess Saraswati is the consort of God Brahma, and Goddess Lakshmi is consort of God Vishnu, the trinity of Hindu gods. So these goddesses are also been worshipped along with Goddess Durga, and they have figurines of different important figures of Hindu scriptures, and in this day they exchange gifts with each other, and they worship the items which they have, books, vehicles and all the items which they hold value to them. They worship them. It's very important to value not only like the expensive things, but everything you have, it's very special, and it's important to thank God, thank the thing to help you out. Many times we take things for granted, we just whatever, like it's not that big of a deal, but it holds a special value in your life, and it has made your life special. So it's good to dedicate one day to worship the things which you have, which have helped you in your life. In the state of Gujarat, Devotees observe fast for 9 days to honor goddess Durga and her 9 different incarnations. Every evening, women who are fasting dedicate their prayers to an earthen pot lit with diyas, candles. The pot, called garbo, represents the source of light, and the light represents Shakti, power. Navratri in Gujarat is also known as Garba Ras, a traditional dance performed by men and women around a garbo or an idol of Durga. The word Garba or Garbha means womb, and in this context, the lamb in the pot symbolically represents life within a womb. In Gujarat, people light their houses with diyas and garba, and they have a special dance called Garba. Garba is now popular all over India. There are Garba festivals all over India. There are every night people will wear a different color dress, especially if they buy dresses, 9 different dresses for this Garba festival, and each day they go to a Garba in a mall or something. Some hall is there. I have never visited but there are huge centers where people go to play Garba, or some play in their building, in their house, but it's a very big festival. One of the main reasons why Navratri is so popular is because of Garba. So people do this dance every night for 9 days, and the word Garba means womb, and the light within is the life within, life from the womb. So it's a very symbolic and very special festival. People mostly associate Navratri with Garba only, Garba dance, but it has a very strong foundation and strong deep rooted meaning behind it. So do you know about Navratri festival? If you are from India, you must have heard about it. It's one of the most popular one. People who live outside India, do you celebrate Navratri? Is Navratri being celebrated outside India? I know people celebrate Diwali. So please let me know how you celebrate Navratri. And did you like the decorations? I tried my best to make it as good as I can. It's not that great, but I tried my best. Let me know what do you think. And in next video I am going to share about Dasera festival. So the Dasera video be on Thursday. So I hope I see you next week as well, on Thursday as well. Chalo, take care. Namaskar. Jai Durga Mata.